You're not the first to brave the dark for the absolute. The war camp's are full to bursting.
Good.
What path lies before me?
But we've seen... what? 5 true souls sent for an audience?
And not a single one came back down from the tower top. Must have been on word.
You were adored, Minthara. Brought up from the darkness and into the Absolute's light.
She cherished you, but it wasn't enough. You were distracted by your own desires.
Bloodlust, murder, chaos.
And most damning of all, an unexpected weakness. A longing for acceptance and affection from a mortal.
You have no right!
We have every right.
You are nothing.
Minthara's mind connects with yours. Not strong as you remember it, but fractured, disintegrated.
Come to observe, true soul. She is a lesson. None can rise so high that they cannot fall again.
What are you doing to her?
We are erasing her.
Stand aside. I'm taking charge here.
Yes, your authority is great. We can learn, watching you break what little remains of her mind.
Immediately, your mind is swept into a greater vortex. A psionic storm with Minthara at its center.
Cannot hide, submit, embrace.
Her torturers are not dominating her. They are destroying her mental defenses and exposing her to something else. The Absolute. Navigating the storm, you reach the nexus of her mind. It is a wound, bleeding raw emotion and shattered memories. But she senses your arrival.
You came. I prayed that you would. But there are no gods left to me. This thing that speaks inside me, it has all but destroyed me. But it fears you. Even so, I cannot resist it while my tormentors live.
I have a plan. Fake obedience, and the guards will leave without raising the alarm.
I didn't dare hope. I owe you more than my life. I would prefer to make these bastards bleed. But I trust that you speak from caution rather than cowardice. I will put my faith in you and pretend to be their slave.
Her mind fills with warmth, and she gently releases you.
Is it done? I did not feel her mind break.
Because I reshaped her. If it's a breaking you desire, I can snap you like a twig.
No! My sister only meant to compliment your delicate work.
Indeed. Seems I have a bit to learn yet.
You do.
We ought to return to our posts, sister. There'll be plenty more prisoners to practice on.
An ill thing to let an enemy show their back and live.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but let it go, Minthara. We can plot your revenge once we're free.
Prudent. Let us go, then. I will be your mute and faithful slave. For now.
Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do.
Minthara's been released. And that frees up a cell for people like you who challenge their betters.
You avoided a fight this time, but bullying your way out of Moonrise is a risky proposition.
You really do have a way with words.
Silver Tongue, you should know that by now.
Garment clean down here. You find it all the harder once we're off on the march.
If you think I'm walking all the way to Baldur's Gate without a litter, you don't know me at all.
Here we go.
To be kinder, you know.
Stay close, Minthara.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose. Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby?
I do.
Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
Look forward to it. Come, I must return to camp. Hello, boy.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth.
What have you got there, boy? Who's a good
He
dog?
gives in and surrenders his find to you.
You good boy. Who's a good boy? Oh,
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
best boy. Best cub. Oh. I must rest.
I've been thinking about the runes Cazador carved into my back. I don't know much about Infernal, but I know anything written in Devil script is going to be bad news. I'm afraid that through those runes, somehow, Cazador might still be able to dominate me.
Alright. What do you want to do about it?
Find an expert, of course. And I already have one in mind. Our devilish friend, Raphael. If anyone's going to know about Infernal text, he will.
He'll want something in return. Are you sure you can pay his price?
Well, we won't know until we ask now, will we? Unfortunately, he comes and goes in his own schedule, so we'll just have to look out for any sulphurous odors or the sound of questionable poetry. Meanwhile, I think I'll spend some time studying the art of infernal negotiations.
A good idea.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
Very well. Show me the way.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
Better not be a trick, Gale.
love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
I'm afraid all of this is just a fantasy.
So it is. But a very fine one. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
You speak as if this affects you alone. How many will die if you unleash what's inside you?
Fewer than if the absolute goes unchecked. I don't want to kill, and I don't want to die. But inaction will lead to bloodshed all the same. I am terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
Why are you so sure it's inevitable? We haven't even found this heart of the Absolute.
I can feel it. Ever since we set foot in this strange, corrupted land. The closer we get, the heavier my own heart becomes. Stay with me a while, will you? Day will come all too soon, even in this place.
I'm sorry, Gale. Good night.
Good night indeed. The fairest I can imagine.
Oh, bravo, bravo! You are growing up to be a fine fellow of the most degraded caliber. Ha! The cleric and last light, all are now but an ichord slag heap. And it was all your own work. You didn't even need your butler's advice. You have acted with the utmost decorum. First the bard, now this triumph. Don't worry, Master. I will ensure you have a diverse roster of victims from now on. Hapless menfolk deserve death just as much as the girl is. It would damage your reputation if the fearing public thought you a predator. After all, you're far worse than one of those base, lusty spree killers. A part of your past is here for you. I come with your disgusting prize.
I'll take your sugary trinket. My killing comes from pure desire.
This prize is no payment, but a sign of reverence towards you. Come closer, my depraved prodigy. Try on your new gym jams. They're a present from Father. It would be rude not to. Oh, such a strapping young behemoth.
You cannot speak, but you have command over your own cruelty.
So handsome, so brazen. This form is the Slayer. You will do many naughty feats with it. Oh, I wish I had time to wax your hide and brush your spines. But your adoring butler must away. But you should be hopeful for your bright future. You are going to kill again soon. You will keep chopping down the Moon Maiden's family tree. I shall return when you next have need of me. I have your estate to attend to. We will meet again there. Good night, sweet master.
Thank you, Scal. You serve me with honor.
Speak your mind. I'm listening.
I'd like you to join me.
It is done.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Join me.
All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
My sweet conflicted villain. What can I do for you?
I never asked. Are you Cazador's only spawn, or are there others like you?
Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6 brothers and sisters. He always insisted we were a family, even when he was carving scars into our flesh. I was one of his first. Some of the others came years later. He was a monster to us all, but did take special pleasure in my pain. He said my screams sounded sweetest. Now that I'm gone, I don't know. I pity the other 6.
Come, we travel together.
Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
No one's stopped me yet. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Minthara, you made it.
I should speak up.
You wish to consult me?
Do you remember all that you did in the Absolute's name?
I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to, and every drop of blood it forced me to spill. I take no responsibility for the lives I took. I did nothing in the Absolute's name. I was merely a weapon that it wielded.
I remember the Grove. You seemed to enjoy taking all those lives.
The tadpole. The Absolute. They work together like a drug. I did not feel I was compelled to act against my will. I felt ecstatic to serve. Every action seemed a deliberate choice. The best choice. Even though I could no more have resisted its commands than flesh can resist decay. Even rational minds like ours cannot reject such a powerful influence. The Absolute can make the impossible seem inevitable.
Is Ketheric truly invulnerable?
I fought at his side once, shortly after my conversion. Before the battle, he was everything a general should be. A charismatic leader with a brilliant strategic mind. And when the fighting began, he led his troops from the front and cut through the enemy like a scythe through stalks. Blows and arrows rained down on him, and before long, his face was a mask of blood. But he did not fall. He did not even falter. When we won the day, Ketheric's armor was bent and shattered, but his flesh was unmarked.
How is that possible?
I have lived long enough to know that few things are impossible in this world. Oh, Etheric's power is a rare thing, though. I have never seen its like. There is a connection to this night song of Balthazar's, whatever or whoever it might be. We must find it and destroy it.
You're a paladin, yes? What's the nature of your oath?
I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, I myself have sinned against the Spider Queen. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute.
It is a noble purpose.
It is not noble, it is necessary. If we do not destroy the cultists, they will destroy everything. We are all that stands between this world and annihilation.
I need to talk to you about a private matter.
Then speak.
You have gaps in your memory. So do I. Do you think the tadpole is the cause?
Not directly. My memories were not removed. They were obscured by the Absolute's voice, by its presence. The tadpole is a conduit for that voice, not its origin. And while the prism protects us, the Absolute cannot reach us. As for the tadpoles themselves, for the moment I do not believe they are malevolent. They are incubating within our brain matter, not feeding on it.
I yearn to kill. I only feel like myself when I'm killing.
Is there a reason you chose me as your confidant in this matter?
I trust you.
As you should. But I am not sure that I can trust you. There are those within Menzoberranzan that we call Khalith Carthan. Those driven by blood. They are the mad, lost to all reason, and subservient to nobody. Even Lolth, malicious and brutal as she is, cannot abide them. They kill, and cannot say why. So they are destroyed for the greater good. When you speak to me of yearning and urges to kill, I fear you are like them, controlled by a bloodlust that you do not comprehend.
You misunderstood. I enjoy killing, but I can control myself.
Killing is necessary. It is good that you can take pleasure in it. Just be sure that your urges do not lead you astray. We have enemies enough for you to sate your lusts on. We do not need to make more, because you indulge your every murderous whim.
I'd like you to join me.
Your party is full. Did you think I would not notice?
No, Lae'zel will leave.
A paragon of wisdom.
Oh,